it going, everybody? This is my very first foray into movie reviews. Um, Let me give you a brief rundown of what I'm hoping to accomplish with this. I'm definitely trying to avoid that boom, rush, YouTube editing style that you're probably very sick of, like I am, or maybe I'm just sick of it. But I'm trying to keep these casual, on the down low, just give you my opinion. I've seen a lot of movies in my day, and I think I have a particular vibe and take on movies, and I'm going to be doing these with music as well, and also trying to keep that kind of low key and just give you my opinion. I know I like seeing and watching other people's opinions online, so whatever, it's content, right? Stuff to do in between the Jacob Wayne show. So the first movie I'm going to be talking about is The Many Saints of Newark. So what this is I'm going to always start every video with what I think it's going to be like and what I'm going to think of it, which I think is a little different, maybe, but maybe there's a channel that already does it. But I'll give you my opinion of what I'm expecting going in, watch it, come back, and do a second part of the video. So this part will be pretty quick in the future. Many Saints of Newark is, from what I understand, a prequel to the Sopranos series, and it's like young Tony Soprano. I've already heard that it's not totally about Tony Soprano, which I think is a smart idea because, yeah, it's like if you made it purely young Tony Soprano and had his son play him, it would you'd focus too much on how accurate is this Tony, blah, blah, blah. So I'm hoping it's just a good story that adds to the overall story of the Sopranos and essentially organized crime in America, in particular the mafia. So all I'm really expecting out of this is a good mafia story. I don't know enough about David Chase as a writer or director. I think he directed this, to really determine whether it's like a high watermark, if I should be expecting a lot or just something pretty good or whatever. I mean, Sopranos, I'm going to try to not let that hang over the movie because that's one of the best shows of all time, in my opinion. So just going to let him foray into filmmaking, and we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be pretty solid. I'm guessing it's going to be like a B minus C plus, though. I'm not expecting a lot, so I'll see you on the other side. All right, I'm back. This is a couple days later, and I finally watched The Many Saints of Newark. And meh. Actually, sometimes downright, like, what the fuck? Like, this is stupid. But we'll get into all that. It is not directed by David Chase. He just wrote it. It was directed by Alan Taylor, which is a director of Terminator Genesis and Thor: The Dark World. So I guess I don't know if I was expecting much from him. It's not that he is a terrible director. He's just very, I don't know what it is. It's like bland or milquetoast or something like that. But add this to the list because like Thor: The Dark World and Terminator Genesis, it's a beautiful looking film. Cinematography's on point. Other than that, though, like, I love the Soprano show, and I can't help but wonder what was going on when they were developing this, because the story itself is not that intriguing. It's almost like two stories going, maybe even three going on at the same time. There's like the Tony thing, then there's this racial tension between gang members and criminals, and then there's the holy shit, gotta take a look here, the Moltisanti, Dickie Moltisanti, right? And he's Christopher's father. Spoilers, by the way. This whole thing's spoilers. I don't think I'll ever do hinty, bounce around, I'm not so sure movie reviews. I'm just going to go right in. Yeah, Dickie Moltisanti was set up as like a big deal, sort of, in the series, and if I remember correctly. And here, he's just a stereotypical, like, oh, like, I'm an Italian gangster. Oh, nothing here is being done that I haven't seen done hundreds of times in other gangster movies. And that's what was so interesting about the Sopranos show. And that's why I keep bringing it up, because it's a prequel to it. So it's relevant. The show was like surreal and had dream sequences and got into the mundane nature of all these characters' lives. Some of my favorite episodes of that show are like characters just sitting alone in a room. Man, what was his name? Paulie. When he's just sitting in his room and he has a painting that he had Tony painted into, and it's just sitting there staring at him, and he's just kind of like, that's great. There's no time for that in this movie. It's about 2 hours long, and maybe even just right on 2 hours. And maybe with the exception of Vera Farmiga, is that her name? She played the mom. Let's take a look here. I was going to write down some notes, but I'm doing this a little bit early just to get it done before I got to get some work done. And yeah, Vera Farmiga is Livia Soprano. She did a good job, but even within that, it seemed like anybody who was playing a character was doing some kind of weird, I don't know, like, let's play dress up and do an impersonation rather than really embodying the character. So let's see if there's anything else to point out other than just the story doesn't make any sense. It looks beautiful. The music use in it was really lame. Once again, spoilers, but there's a part where Dickie Moltisanti like drowns his Gumar in the ocean, and it's one of the more effective scenes. It's shot really well. It's kind of emotional, even though it doesn't make sense totally how they get there. I don't know if she just kind of sort of tells him like, I was cheating on you, I'm so sorry, with somebody who's probably gonna really piss you off. And you're a gangster, you don't understand, right? No, he doesn't understand. He's gonna drag her out to the ocean and kill her. And then he's on the beach like, oh my god, I can't believe I killed her. And then this like like badass rock music comes in. It's like, what? Am I supposed to think that's badass? Like, oh, just another day in the life. Better get back to kicking ass. It's silly. The music use in Sopranos was so much better. So it leaves you wondering, like, what's going on, David Chase? Like, did you not even want to do this, really? Did you maybe want to do another movie, but they wouldn't let you unless you did a Sopranos one? I don't know. And some of you might have noticed that I haven't really mentioned Michael Gandolfini. Let's make sure I got his name right. Yeah. Wow, he's pretty far down on this cast list on the Wikipedia. Well, I'm wasting a lot of time. There it is. Holy shit. My bad. Almost got as boring as some parts of this movie. Just kidding. I'm trying to be positive on these. Yeah, Michael Gandolfini just doesn't even... There's a younger Tony than him for like almost like the first half of the movie, who I thought was like kind of reminded me of his son, and in the series. And I thought that was almost more intriguing than what Michael Gandolfini did. Not that he did a bad job or anything, it's just they didn't use him like hardly at all. So he's supposed to have this established relationship with Dickie Moltisanti, where he is the one who influenced him and inspired him to become who he becomes in the show. And there's never any real connection. He gives him some speakers and he's like, hey, and Tony's like, yeah. But then, oh man, Dickie Moltisanti's talking to like the weird twin brother, Ray Liotta, who just, I don't get Ray Liotta, I guess, because he seems awful in this movie to me. He plays Dickie Moltisanti's father, who they get into a spat in a car, and he kills his father, Ray Liotta. And then not too long after, he goes to prison to visit Ray Liotta. Oh, it's his dad's twin brother, his uncle. But yeah, I can't remember. I was reading a review on Letterboxd. Somebody was comparing it to, oh man, never mind. It's some movie where somebody's twin just like comes up and it's like, oh yeah, he's dead. Oh, it's Beer Fest. The one character played by I'm forgetting all these names. Farva, but his character in Beer Fest, he dies, but then his twin brother shows up and he's like, hey guys, and I'm like, oh, all right, you're here. Kind of felt like that. That was a long way to get there, but you get what I'm saying. That was a good point. I'll have to shout out the Letterboxd guy if I can find it. But yeah, as I'm talking about this, the more I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot that bug me about it. But yeah, he gets speakers. Then Dickie Moltisanti goes to visit his uncle dad, Liotta, in the prison, and his dad's like, you know what you can do for Tony? You can get out of his life or something like that. So Dickie's like, I'm not going to see Tony anymore. So Tony calls him up, says, hey, can you give me some beers? And he just hangs up on him, then gets into a fight with his friend and goes and throws the speakers out of his window. He's like, I don't want any part of this mafia life. Like that quick. And you're like, oh, was he really that attached to begin with? Like, I didn't. All right. And then Dickie Moltisanti gets killed because Junior got offended that he laughed at him when he slipped and hurt his back, which is some commentary on Junior's impotence. And, you know, I kind of called the Junior thing coming because they're setting it up a little, and Junior, or maybe a lot, Junior, yeah, he was always a conniving character like that in the show, and he's a great character, but he sucks. He's a terrible person. Like, and yeah, so you kind of see it coming. It's like, you feel like maybe they were going for a bait and switch. Like, is it going to be Leslie Odom's character, Harold McBriar, who's like in his own movie in this? It's like the rise of the black guys. Like, you know what I can do what these fucking guys are doing? I can do it. But it's like, feels detached from Dickie Moltisanti's journey and Tony's journey. Like, what's this all supposed to mean? I really don't know. And the part where I groaned the most was when Dickie gets shot. They have the funeral, and Tony comes up to him, and then they do a pinky swear, even though he's dead. But earlier in the movie, he's like, come on, pinky swear that you ain't gonna live in that. And he's like, I don't do that pinky swear stuff. But at the end of the movie, him and a corpse do a pinky swear. And then woke up this morning, gotta get yourself a gun. And you're like, what? Like, and then the credits roll. It's like, oh, that's like the badass ending. Like, holy shit, Tony became Tony. Oh, it was fucking stupid. I said I was gonna be nice. Okay, let's be nice. It was interesting to see Michael Gandolfini. Hopefully he gets some more interesting work in the future. His dad was awesome, rest in peace. I still like David Chase. I'm going to give him this one off. I still think he's a good writer. Maybe this would have worked better as a miniseries. Cinematography was beautiful. Let's give a shout out there. That was by Kramer Morgenthau. Let's see if he's done anything else of note. Did Creed 2, Terminator Genesis. He did Chef. Everything else I haven't really seen. So hopefully he gets better work as time goes on. Oh, he did some TV. He did Boardwalk Empire, Game of Thrones, Vegas, Sleepy Hollow, The Orville. All right. Well, okay. So cinematography, good. Michael Gandolfini, interesting. Who played the Uma? She has kind of a Penelope Cruz look to her, but I don't know. But she's great. Yeah. I'm scraping my brain. I can't think of anything else. This is pretty disappointing. So, I don't know. You let me know the rating system, how you want to do these movie review rating systems in the future. I don't, do we just do the 5 stars? Let's just do the 5 stars. Oh, I'm going to have to ask my buddy Kellen. We had a rating system. There's 2 of them. One that's like, is this actually a well-crafted movie? And one that's like, if he just fucks with it, if it's like enjoyable, it's a fun ride. Is it well-crafted? With the camera work, and the actors tried with whatever they were given, so give it a 3 out of 5 on that. And is it enjoyable? Did I like it? No, it was a 2 out of 5. There's like always these hints of a good movie sneaking up on you, and like, oh, it's gonna start getting good. So, yeah, it was a very convoluted and strange movie to me. Anyway, hopefully the next one's a little more positive. That's kind of a bummer to do my first one of these on that note. Let me know what you think. I'll be in here for another new movie coming out sometime soon, and thanks for checking it out. This is these will get tighter and more well constructed as time goes on, or maybe you like the loosey goosey structure of this. Let me know. But yeah, that's our first movie review of Chattin' Movies with your boy Jacob Wayne. Thanks for checking in. Like and subscribe if you got the time. Thank you.